Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Matthew from therighttrader.com. A lot to talk about today. We are going to be looking at Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, and any other cryptos that you're interested in. We can see that Bitcoin and ETH have both kind of stabilized in price in the last 7 days. Here you can see we're fairly flat now. ETH actually dropping a bit. And, some people were saying that we failed to pump. So I'm going to talk about if that's true or not. As you would have known if you've been watching these videos, I have been predicting that, it may take a little bit of time here before we get that breakout, but we haven't actually, technically speaking, failed to pump or break out more just yet. Okay, we would have to fall quite a bit lower for that to be the case. In fact, we could fall even down to 18,500 and we could still technically pump more from there. But we're going to talk about that in just a second. We'll go into the more detailed chart. I've got a lot of news to talk about as well today. So welcome to the live stream, everybody. Hop in, say hi, and we are going to jump right into this. So I want you all to hit that like button if you're excited, and we're going to jump right into the crypto market caps as per usual. That's how I like to start off the stream. So we are still above $1 trillion in market cap, which is very good. I think that just shows that we are stronger than where we were a few weeks back. So that's already quite positive. And not only that, but many of you know the crypto fear and greed index. Okay, this is probably one of the most underrated indicators in the entire crypto space. It can both indicate when we're getting too hot in the crypto market and when we're just too oversold as well, right? Right now, we're pretty much right in the middle, so around 51. But you'll notice that yesterday, we were actually still in greed, actually. So for the first time in months, crypto hit greed on the fear and greed index. Now, what I didn't like about that, and why I think the reason why we pulled back a little bit in the last a few days here, is simply because when we got a little bit ahead of ourselves and hit 61 on the greed index, we have to remember that we are still in, I don't want to say we're fully in the bear market, but we're not fully out of it either, right? So when we get too hot in that type of period where the crypto market is not as strong as it was during the full-blown bull run, well, we are going to see some skepticism and the price pull back when we start getting ahead of ourselves, like we did yesterday here. 61 on the fear and greed index, we fell back to 51. Now, this is still fully normal and, actually a pretty good sign in my opinion, because I don't want the market to move up too fast, okay? If we move up too fast here, all that's going to happen is we're going to come right back down. So it's actually a good thing that, we're putting in more of a base than just, ripping up too quickly higher just to fall back down just as quick, okay? So I'd rather this be happening right now, and as long as we don't just go sinking back in full-blown fear, then this is playing out exactly how I would expect it to, with still expecting, in the next week or two probably, maybe 3 weeks, the way it's going, it's taking a little bit longer than expected, some type of move up to 25, 26K for Bitcoin. And of course, right, that's going to mean the rest of the crypto market probably pumping as well with it, Ethereum included. So let me know right off the bat there what you all think of that, because there might be some differing opinions. I'd be interested to hear, but that's kind of how I'm seeing it right now. So let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or not. Let me know your thoughts. And also, we have 5 live viewers here. I want to see you all hit that like button, support the channel, say hi to the live stream. Now, we're going to look in the last 24 hours, the strongest performers here. We got Phantom still surprising the market. Okay, obviously this has been ripping in the last few days alone, over 33% in the last 7 days. But if we look here in the last, even the last day or so, we pushed even higher than we hit that 50-cent resistance level. Now we're breaking out above it. So I might have to cover this one later in this video again, because this is really starting to become a strong outperformer here, especially getting back above 50 cents. That is a pretty big, vow of confidence there. So we got DYDX. That's a decentralized trading application on Ethereum. very strong performer here, 86% in the last 7 days. I always kind of like this project. And I think decentralized apps are actually in a pretty good, decentralized exchanges are actually in a pretty good position right now with all the drama that happened with things like FTX. So you can see here that we actually bottomed around $1, but that did not last long, right? Within a month here, we moved up basically 300%. I think this has been flying under the radar for most people out there. And also, you know, since DYDX is fairly new to the crypto market, you'll notice that we actually are lower than where it launched, right? So this is still a coin that could grow quite a lot more. Of course, it's not a small market cap coin. It's about a mid market cap coin, but wouldn't be surprising to see this coin 10x quite easily in the bull market. We got some other interesting ones. Immutable X, Loop Ring, those ones are kind of integrated with GameStop. Very strong performers in the last 24 hours, right? About 15% each. So we're getting actually a lot of, I almost want to say some of the hype coins here actually performing very well. I mean, we got Dogecoin. This is moving because we got positive news. We got positive news that Dogecoin is going to most likely be integrated sooner or later into Twitter. So Elon Musk basically confirmed that Twitter was going to integrate a payment rail, and that, you know, they want to hopefully as soon as possible integrate crypto. And many have long suspected that. So a lot of people are thinking that he's going to really push Dogecoin through that method. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen. To be honest, that's something that could literally start a bull run, right? I mean, Elon Musk almost in a way ended the bull run. So you might ask the question, can he start the bull run back up again? It's definitely possible from the way he goes about things. Now, we got Mina Protocol, Lido doing fairly well in the last 24 hours, but the last 7 days dropped a bit. Cardano here, very, very strong and steady. You've probably seen my price prediction video on Cardano. If you haven't, subscribe to this channel and check out all the crypto price predictions I've made. I made a ton right now for 2023. Cardano is one of the best setup coins, and also one of the safest in my opinion. Okay, we got a proof of stake coin with Cardano. It's been around. We know how it moves, and at the 30-cent level, it's still very, very, very cheap. Okay, Engine coin holding up pretty well here. It'll be interesting to see how much this one can start pumping in the bull market. And XRP did drop a bit, but it is holding its 40-cent level. Okay, so not bad at all for XRP either. To be honest, it was looking pretty weak a few days ago, so I thought it might slip a bit lower, but no, it held up. So that's really, really good news as well. Which is why I'm saying, right, yes, in the immediate term, we didn't get a monster breakout like some people wanted, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. What I will say is just keep an eye on it, right? Keep an eye on how much fear is coming into the market. If all of a sudden, you know, the market gets scared off too much, then yes, we could quickly slip to $20,000, maybe even a little bit below that, and then, right, we may be in a little bit worse of a position. But we need to talk about some news pieces as well before we get more into that. So that was just a quick rundown of the best performers here. Worst performers, Decentraland, Aptos, Convex, not much to say there. Obviously, we're still seeing a lot of people leave stablecoins and go into actual regular cryptos, okay? Just want to say hi to some of the people in the chat. We got Blue in the chat. Welcome, Blue, a regular viewer. Love seeing you. We've got Lala saying, what up from Australia. Brian saying, what's up, everybody from Mexico. That's awesome to see all of you from around the world. Welcome to the live stream. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. If you're not, welcome back. And let's get into the Bitcoin chart analysis for now. Then I want to dive into some news pieces thereafter, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Hi, Naz. Welcome to all of our regular viewers. Hopefully we get a super chat today to support the live stream, because we didn't get one in the last 2 live streams. So that would be awesome coming from one of you. Now, like I had mentioned, right, we do have one little worrisome sign here on several crypto charts. You're probably going to see this throughout this video. We're starting to get a bearish divergence on the RSI. That's not something I like to see, especially after the fact that we did obviously get a pretty big move here. You know, the market may be signaling that we need to pull back. A pullback is not what's the problem, right? We just don't want to go back into this full-blown bearish territory, let alone sink back below the downtrend line. That's not going to be that easy to do, though. We'd have to really be extremely bearish for that to happen. But anything is possible in crypto. I'd say, like I said, as long as we're above 18,000, we're still, you know, okay. We just really don't want to go back below $18,000 again, because that could put us right back into full bearish territory, sinking below 15K. And at that point, we're probably going to see that 10K level. Okay, so we need to watch out for that. However, that has not happened yet, and we are still holding our current price levels. In fact, we didn't even drop back below $22,000 here for Bitcoin. Now, one of the news pieces that I wanted to talk about is this right here. Bitcoin price pairs weekend gains as another CME gap lurks below 20K. So you all know how much I love gaps in trading. I think it's one of the best indicators. I don't know why people ignore it so much. And you will see here on the CME futures chart right there. It's as clear as day, folks. Smash that like button. You're watching the best crypto analysis on YouTube. Right over here, we have a, actually very big open CME gap. Now, we also have one above, actually two above. So, we have some target levels here that we could reach on a pump, okay? And actually, funny enough, on the bullish side of things, right, kind of my peak high target for the year is $35,000. Just so it turns out, I hadn't even noticed this, but we do have, actually, it's not fully an open gap because we kind of closed it before, but we do still have somewhat of an open gap at $35,000 here. So it looks like that could really be a thing this year, is seeing that 35K level. Now, of course, we have a little bit more of a more reasonable price target here, right around 28,000, which I've long suspected is a level that we need to test again. So there is still, higher, I think, that we need to go this year. Regardless of what might happen, I just don't see how we're not going to see the 25 to 28K level, to be honest with you. Now, with that being said, before that, right, we may need to close this gap right here. It would make a lot of sense, right? And like I said, it's not actually a bad thing whatsoever. If anything, it's actually, as long as we recover nicely and fairly quickly and don't sink lower, it's actually a very bullish sign to actually head higher this year and maybe end the year above $30,000. So this gap here would basically bring us right back to $20,000 almost flat, which is not the end of the world. Like I said, we still have a margin here down to 18K. So we would still be fully fine at that 20K level and get that bounce from there. So that's the CME gap that we're talking about. That is what this article over here is talking about. And that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect here in the next few weeks moving forward on Bitcoin. If we go over to ETH, let's see here. The ETH chart is getting messier and messier. Sorry about that, folks. But if we look here at the ETH chart, you'll notice that we are a little bit weaker than Bitcoin in a way. Now, we got a nice breakout right after we moved above the symmetrical triangle. But since then, we hit this really strong resistance at this, $1,680 level. And since then, we've been having a lot of trouble getting back above that, right? So you'll see that this area has been problematic for ETH in this weaker market, several times here. As I'm drawing the circles on this chart, you're seeing how many times we've tested this level and just not managed to get above it. So there's a lot of resistance there, which means when we break out above that level, the price will probably fly very quickly to $2,000 plus. But it is going to be a level that's might take some time to get through it. Okay, we could quite easily see $14,050 on a pullback. I just would not want to see us go back into the symmetrical triangle. Okay, as long as we're not there, I think we're still fine. But I don't really want to see this start heading below $1,400 again. Pretty interesting chart nonetheless, though. And actually, I had just pulled up here, basically, some experts think that ETH is going to reach a peak of $2,500 approximately in 2023. That's kind of in line what I was thinking. We could actually even see a little bit higher than that, up to $3,000 or so. But that $2,500 area looks quite possible as long as we can manage to get this break above 1680. So, we've tested a lot of times now, which means that, on the next few times that we test it, we should be able to get that breakout here. But we just don't want to go crashing before then, okay? As long as that happens, we should still fully be in line to hit that 2K plus level this year. So, time has to do its thing here, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. Let me know your thoughts on all of this, by the way. I really want to hear your opinion. It's an interesting time in the crypto market right now with everything that's going on. And, you know, I think people who are paying attention right now can really be huge winners in the next bull run. So XRP here, I'm pretty proud of this chart that I drew out. It is literally picture perfect, as can be seen. We really have a little bit of resistance at 41 cents for some reason on the XRP chart. Actually, this is kind of similar to what I was saying with ETH here, where we have tested this 41 cent level several times on the chart. So it's been a bit of a problem level. But the big difference here is I like what XRP is doing better than ETH, actually, funny enough. Because XRP, you know, is basically telling us this is the range that I'm trading in, 31 cents to 41 cents. And we know very clearly that it's holding its 31 cent level very well, okay? In a way that the chart is telling us I don't want to fall below 31 cents. I'm not going to let that happen, at least not as of right now. So that's a good sign, right? Because even if it takes a few more weeks to get really above 41 cents, above 50 cents, and get that stronger breakout, as long as we're holding this range nicely, and actually we're in the higher area of this range, or at least the middle area of this range, we're still in very good standing, in my opinion, right? The bigger range is 31 cents to 50 cents. So we're pretty much in the middle of that. And then if we take the tighter range here, this purple rectangle that I drew, we're still in the higher level of that also. We did have a very, very temporary, you know, slight bearish divergence, but the price fell as well, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. If anything, XRP is actually showing signs of greater strength than quite a few other cryptocurrencies. Probably a bit stronger than probably a bit stronger than ETH, and in some ways, maybe even stronger than Bitcoin, or at least it's setting itself up for a pretty nice move here. So I actually would like what's happening with XRP, as long as it's respecting this range here. So we went through Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. Also, let me know any other coins you want me to do a technical analysis on in this video. If you want to make sure I see your questions, or make sure I see the coin you want me to do an analysis on, consider dropping a super chat to help support the channel. Like our friend Blue has done many times here, regular viewer in the stream. I always give a shout out to anybody who super chats, and it makes sure that I see your comment and give you the proper time of day. And I need your support to keep doing these live streams on a daily basis. Now, let's go ahead and glance over here the crypto heat map while I wait for your comments. So we have Bitcoin still here being one of the best performers out there. Of course, this is the biggest coin in the crypto market, 41% dominance, and it has been really outperforming many coins out there, including ETH, BNB, XRP, Doge, etc. So a lot of altcoins have not been performing as well as BTC, right? We just have a handful like Matic that has outperformed it, and a few other ones. I believe AVAX as well now. AVAX back above $20, so I should make sure to mention that as well. AVAX is really starting to regain some strength here, and as I've talked about, right, this is one that could see quite a bit of a move higher, right, all the way up to $45, $50 from the current price level. So it still has, I would say at least, you know, quite a bit of steam left in this rally if it wants to do that. And let's see here, I'd popped out a few news pieces. So Sandbox surged 90% since the start of the year, ahead of the token unlock. Now the worrisome thing with this could be manipulation by maybe early investors. I don't want to speculate too much, right? I'm not saying that for sure, but whatever it is, whoever may be manipulating the price, if it is manipulated, this is setting itself up to potentially see a pretty big drop. I can pull up the chart of Sandbox right here to maybe get a better idea of what's going on. But you'll notice that, as with many cryptos, of course, we got this very strong move. Actually, for Sandbox, this was an over 100% move. So it did actually outperform many cryptos out there. Hit the 200-day moving average. Have been having a little bit of resistance since then. This would be a pretty prime area to all of a sudden see it weaken again. Now, for the record, I don't see this weakening that much from here, right? We have a lot of support, a huge amount of support, actually, around this 55-cent level. I don't see it going below that anytime soon, but we could pull back to that level, right, from the current price. That's going to be about a 20% drop, which is quite reasonable. It's not something to worry about. The only reason why I mentioned this this article is because it's pretty good example of what to be careful about in crypto and something that might happen with Sandbox. So you can see here that it ran up ahead of a big token unlock. Okay, so actually this token unlock, which is scheduled for mid-February, will release 12% of the token supply, right? We saw that take a massive hit for Solana. We've seen many tokens crash when they do massive token releases. So this is something to be careful of. You know, right now with Sandbox, when this happens, and also just in general in crypto, be aware of when there might be big token releases like that. We can see here that a Coinbase executive is saying that institutional investors are still into crypto post FTX. Okay, so you know that can mean different things, but the fact of the matter is, most of the institutions, except any of them that got completely wrecked with some kind of margin or something, they've still been, you know, in crypto, probably holding the positions they have or buying on the dip, and they're basically still involved, right? They still have their eye on it. They're still going to try profiting from the crypto market. So be careful, right? This is maybe one of the reasons to never panic sell your crypto, is because you are going to be potentially selling into the hands of an institution like this. Okay, so that's something to think about as well. Please keep in mind, nothing in this video is financial advice, just my own personal opinion. So we already mentioned, right, the Doge spike on the news that Elon Musk wants Twitter to you know, integrate crypto. Definitely, you know, something that could be huge for crypto, right? I think that could just skyrocket the volume. I'm talking about you know, the volume that we see over here, the 24-hour volume of these coins, to levels like we haven't seen ever before, right? And you know, Doge here, on the positive bounce back of that news, is you know, very high up there in terms of the volume in the top 10. In fact, it is actually top 5 pretty much. So that is something to, you know, notice, is just how much volume Dogecoin is pushing, right? That's pretty impressive if you ask me. You know, a lot of people kind of underestimate Dogecoin, but when you see the stats there, you know, the stats don't lie. We can see here Bitcoin difficulty surges 4.68%, taps new all-time high, metrics set to surpass 40 trillion. Now, this has to do, of course, with proof of work mining. Okay, the difficulty increase, and I am still extremely bullish on Bitcoin and on proof of work coins in general, which there are very, very few left, right? Really, the two main ones left at this point are going to be Bitcoin and Litecoin. And if you notice, right, last 7 days, Bitcoin and Litecoin have been performing very, very well. In fact, Litecoin has been one of the strongest performers most recently in the bear market. So there is a reason behind that, and one of the reasons, in my opinion, is going to be that limited supply and that proof of work algorithm. Okay, that changes the tokenomics entirely, and I think for the most part, especially in these bearish markets, for the better compared to proof of stake coins. We can see here Matic retreating from its 12-week high on Monday. That is, I'll pull up the chart. You know, just something to be quite expected. Like I said, it's important to, unless we start really sinking drastically lower, this is still fully within the normal range of things, right? If anything, Matic has been one of the strongest coins right now. I said we were going to move above $1, and we did. And now I think we're going to hold somewhere between $1 and $1.20. So I just expect a little bit of consolidation above, though, for Matic. I don't see us falling really back below $1 for the most part. So I'm not too worried about it. I still think we're looking very good here, and I think we should be heading a little bit higher this year. But overall, you know, I think Matic will be very steady here between $1 and $1.30 for a lot of this year, which is not a bad thing, right? Now, let me know any other coins you want me to do analysis on today in this crypto live stream. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure to do that right now. Welcome to our live 11 viewers. Help support the stream. Hit that like button. Leave your comments on any coins you want me to do an analysis on right now. any coins that I should go through and update, I'll go ahead and do Phantom while I wait for your comments. But any questions in the crypto market in general, I will answer them for you. Just leave a comment down below. And of course, if you want to support this live stream with a super chat, you can do that with the $sign emoji also in the comment section down below. Phantom here, really outpacing many cryptos. We have actually countered the market-wide bearish divergence on the RSI here on Phantom. So the RSI has been holding up very nicely here, and the price is literally just going parabolic. Of course, keep this rational, right? We're gonna pull back at some point. Something tells me that this pump is not done yet, though. This could quite easily head to 65 cents before getting a little bit of a pullback. And right now, this increase has been quite steady here. We could pull back a bit, but it's the way it's moving in very much of a staircase pattern like this causes it to have several support levels on the way up. Okay, so that's much better than just a few big green candlesticks. This is a much better way to make sure that this holds. But at 65 cents, right, we're going to be a little bit exhausted, I think, where we could start to see the price fall back down a bit. It should still be a very strong coin here in the weeks ahead. And, could even head to $1, I'd say, in the next 6 months here based on what I'm seeing on the chart. So I am pretty hopeful for Phantom. And, I don't really see this coin going below 30 cents again this year. We have Naz asking about DMTR. I don't know this coin, but I'll go ahead and take a look at it. So coin that has had a pretty big drop off, but it is kicking back up now. I have no idea what this project is, though, so I'm not a fan of talking about projects that I don't know too much about fundamentally, because it's hard to know. This could be just be a pump and dump manipulation, or there could be something behind it. But we're basically seeing a more extreme version of what I just said with Phantom, right? So we're seeing those bigger green candlesticks, which is somewhat logical because, of course, this is a smaller project, right? Price is much lower. But when you get those really big candlesticks, especially for several days in a row, right, you're going to start to peak out at some point, and then the drop should be quite a bit quicker as well. So I'd be careful with something like that that's moving up so much in such a short period of time. I mean, this is literally in a matter of how much? In a matter of 2 weeks, up 700%. I think this is going to pull back fairly soon here. Unless there's some type of bigger fundamental thing behind it. That's all I can say based on the chart. We got Crypto Z saying, what's up? Check out EWT. I've heard of this token, Energy Web Token, I believe. I don't know too much about it fundamentally either. A much more stable chart here, which I like to see. It looks like the coin launched in 2020. Did actually perform very well in the bull market. Now, it's not as sharp of a chart as I'm used to seeing, but it did actually increase, this thing 20x'd almost, actually fully 20x'd in the bull market. We have fallen back since then, but it's holding several ranges here. So I can go ahead and draw out my rectangle tool. Interesting chart. Thank you for that, CryptoZ. You'll notice our first range that we had put in over here, and then I can redraw another triangle in our most recent range right over here. So this is seeing basically as good of a pattern as you can get, right? We're getting the accumulation, and then we're pumping, and then we're getting more accumulation. That's what I see happening, and I think this can continue for the time being. So this is something that can, it takes its time in the accumulation phases, but then we get that pump. So I think that's going to continue till the next bull market, and we could head all the way up to probably somewhere around $7-8 here at the highest before the next bull run. And in a pretty steady manner as well, which is quite impressive here. Now, we also had this consolidation earlier right over here. So in a way, right, this most recent consolidation is almost mimicking what we had back here. But now we have kind of put in that bottom, and we're really starting to put in a very nice base here for this coin. I'd love to know, I think I know briefly the basics of this coin in terms of the fundamentals, but I can't talk too much about it. So overall, though, on the technicals, it is looking quite strong. So I'll have to see how it's acting in the next few weeks, but definitely remind me to check it out again. Interesting chart here. So thank you for that comment. And yeah, he's saying slow and steady, which I agree. That's I mean, as good as it gets in this type of market, right? The fact that it's even managing to, consolidate like this, get these accumulation stages and move higher and not just completely fall back down to the low is a very good sign. 14 live viewers. Wow, we got a huge jump up in viewers. That's absolutely amazing. Make sure to smash that like button. We're at 6 likes. I want to see at least 10 likes. And we are not done yet for today. If you have any coins which you want me to take a look at and do an analysis, now is the time. This is what this channel is here for. Any questions on crypto, on Bitcoin, anything like that, just let me know down in the comment section below. And of course, if you want to support the stream, you can do that with a super chat. I'd be greatly appreciative of that because we haven't gotten a super chat in 2 live streams now. So I want to do a little poll as well here. And let's see if I can post this down in the chat. So let's see. We're going to do, you'll see what I'm writing in just a second here. So let's see, in, the next 6 to 12 months, what do you think about this right here? You can answer that poll. Let's see what people think. I sent out a pretty similar poll on Twitter. This is kind of a simplified version of that. Late adopter is saying you just came back 10 days ago. Nice. Yeah, I've been posting a bunch recently. Thank you all so much for the support. And we got a lot of good stuff coming more soon. We also have Costidin in the stream. Welcome back, Costidin. Costidin is saying EWT $1.7 to $2 bottom. Yes, we've been posting a lot of content on the channel, and we got a lot more coming soon. Whole bunch of different type of stuff, live streams, videos, shorts, everything you could ask for in crypto. We're trying to give the best coverage out there. Now, we're pretty much 50-50 on this poll. That's not what I was expecting. So we have some bears here and we have some bulls, which is, obviously it's good to not be too one-sided, right? We want to know the potential, upsides of this market right now, but we should also be aware of the potential risks. So we don't want to get too caught up. I don't like the people in crypto that get tunnel vision into thinking one thing and one thing only, right? That's definitely a recipe to get wrecked. While I'm looking at all your comments, I'm going to put up this the live BTC chart here. We can keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on what we're doing. We're very steady around this 23,132, and keep in mind we are still fairly early in the week here. So there is several more days here. I'd say up until Friday where we could pump. The weekends tend to be a little bit weaker for crypto. But since we're still very early in the week here and we haven't, gone falling just yet, there is a nice chance that we actually can get some type of a breakout up to 25K maybe by the end of this week. If not, it might take another week and a half or so. Let's go ahead and check out how the the stock futures are doing here. So AMD beats on sales and profit, but warns of a 10% revenue decline in Q1. This is a pretty important stock for crypto. AMD and NVIDIA are both very important stocks for crypto. So, well, it's interesting that they beat on sales and profit. I think AMD is going to rip, though, on the next bull run. But that's for the stock market side of things. So I'll cover that in a different video. Futures dropping a bit. I wanted to check this because, like I said, right, the weekdays tend to be a little bit stronger for crypto, but we aren't, immune to anything, right? So if stocks tank a bit, which stocks have been performing quite well, so I wouldn't be surprised them to fall a bit more again. Unfortunately, that may take out Bitcoin and the rest with it, and we could slip back down to, I'm not going to say 20K just yet, but it could push us down to this 22K level. Not saying that's going to happen though. I'd say really pay attention to this in the next we're talking more short term here for all of you. In the next day or two, pay attention to any move below I'm going to say any move below 22,600, even 22,700 could easily flip us down to 22,000. And any move above this little level here of right below 24,000 should be able to push us up to 25K. A lot of comments coming in here. Thank you so much all for the support. A lot of viewers here today on the stream. Welcome everybody. And by the way, we got that poll here that's being answered much more here. If you haven't answered that poll, just go ahead and answer it here in the comment section. Also, I'm waiting for a super chat today. So who is it going to be for this live stream? Going to be the supporter? Let's see. We have the majority actually saying below 20K for BTC this year. So interesting, because on my Twitter, right? On my Twitter, we actually had, let's see if I can find it here. We had the majority saying that we were going to see above 35K this year. To be honest, I don't think we're going to see above 35K, but there is a chance for us to hit that 35K level. Us going above 35K and ending the year somewhere at 38, 40K or even higher, it's going to be very, very hard in 2023. Just being realistic here based on how this crypto market is moving. I think max till 28K though, not over 30K. So Nas is kind of has a, I'm not going to say that's not a bearish target. It's just a conservative target, right? So maybe just going up to the 28K level and falling back down. So that 28K level is right over here, right? That's the basically the low on that first big drop off that we had, the really big drop off. Late adapter saying, haven't been following. Quick recap on what's up with BTC now. Yes, that's right. Thoughts on crypto games like Illuvium? I do like them. I think they will have their time to shine. I think AI is going to be a pretty big part of the next crypto bull run. So I'm giving you a little bit of a insider hint here. Pay attention to coins that may be involved with AI, because I think for both stocks and crypto, people are not seeing it now, but there's always some kind of, you know, topic that is the center stage, right? Last time it was the metaverse. This time it's probably going to be AI. So just pay attention to that, right? In terms of crypto games specifically, I think there is a place for them. And I think some of them will perform very well, but we need a strong bull market for those type of coins to perform, in my opinion. People are talking about Illuvium a lot. One of you says $30 entry, another $37 entry. I don't even know how much Illuvium price is at though, so let me see if some of you may have gotten no, you guys did good. I was gonna say if some of you guys may have gotten wrecked here, but actually it has bottomed out quite nicely here. So it looks like some of you got in kind of at the low here, and you know, it over 100%ed. So 2x basically from that bottom. Still has a long way to go, of course, back to the high, but time will tell what's going to happen. I'd say as long as this doesn't go sinking back to the low, it should be setting up a base. You know, this might take some time because, like I said, I would not expect these gaming coins to just go flying in a bear market. We really need to be in a strong bull market where Bitcoin and ETH are already substantially higher for the monies to start to trickle down into these type of altcoins. Costadin saying BTC September, November 2023, $5,000 to $8,500 until then sleep. So Costadin is expecting a very bearish price target of actually quite a bit below $10,000. So we have to see if that's going to happen, right? For now, we have kind of canceled that from happening, but the crypto market could weaken unexpectedly all of a sudden and push us below our support level, right? We know that we have that trap door at 18,000. You know, moving below that $18,000 level has never been pretty for Bitcoin, and you know, that can be seen back over here, right? During the first time we hit 20K, as soon as we went below 18K, instant, you know, pitfall. And this time around, it was no different, right? So if we look at what happened, every time we move below this 18K level, like right over here, very, very sharp drop as well, right? Because, you know, being below 18K for BTC, especially considering that we were used to seeing it, you know, all up in this range here between 30 and 60K, it worries a lot of people, right? It panics the average investor. We're at 8 likes, almost at 10 likes. Make sure to hit that like button. Let's get to 10 likes. And the poll has changed. We are now seeing 57% saying above 30K, which is more in line with what was being shown on the Twitter poll. So that's interesting as more votes came in there. Any other coins you want me to take a look at? Let me know. Let me know, folks. Any other coins? Wanted to briefly take a look at, let me refresh this here. The DeFi Llama TVL. ETH here, you know, slowly moving higher in terms of TVL. We got 35% change increase in Lido. Maker doing well. I'm actually very bullish on Maker here. I don't really see that many people talking about Maker or DAI, but I think this is going to be one of the few decentralized altcoins to really ever stand the test of time. And actually on the chart, we are way, way back to this consolidation over here, which is not a bad thing. Of course, this is the power of DeFi for this type of coin, right? This is a decentralized stablecoin, DAI. Maker is, of course, the DAO behind it. And, you know, you'll notice that when the market is weaker, right, we're not actually crashing, or at least, you know, previously, historically, it literally performed more strongly than ETH itself, right? And of course, that's because of the nature of the coin that is behind this, which is DAI. So, of course, people use DAI even in the bear markets. So quite steady once it hits this floor here around $500, $600. So this is probably going to happen again. And keep in mind, we don't know how long this market might be, you know, kind of in a slump, right? Not necessarily crashing again, but just consolidating. So we could see another year, year and a half, maybe even 2 years of consolidation. That's not out of the cards whatsoever. And we can pump quite a bit in these markets, okay? So even here on the Maker chart, I already talked about this on Bitcoin and ETH, but even here on the Maker chart, we were seeing swings of over 100, 150% in the middle of the bear market. So I don't want to see nobody telling me otherwise, because you'll see here drops of 70%, then followed by pumps of 300%. I mean, you know, this is crypto, right? This is the Wild West. It's always had crazy price moves. This is not a capped market like stocks where they can just pause the stock when the price is too volatile. It can do whatever it wants, right? And it will do whatever it wants. So, you know, this is basically a free market. You're seeing the price moves here, 100%, then dropping 70%, pumping 300%, dropping again. This is, you know, a medium-sized coin. It's a very, very good example of this, okay? Very, very, very good example of this. VIA and Singularity are some of my fave AI coins. VIAOT, I did not know that one, and I think I've heard of that singularly. Don't know if you wrote that right, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. Singularity.net. I think he's referring to this coin right here. This one was around since 2018, actually, which I do like. And wow, well, guess what? What did I tell you all? No doubt about it, this pump that you see right here is due to how much AI has been in the news. So thank you so much for that comment, CryptoZay. Really appreciate that, sharing this with the rest of the stream here. Because what's interesting with this is this token right here. You know, of course, I'm sure there's going to be 1,001 AI tokens, but this one might be one of the more known ones right now. And it already has some presence, and had presence actually before all the AI hype. It performed very well in the bull run. And now, right, this one may have actually ended its little bear market slump a little bit earlier than expected, and could continue to see very strong performance. Why is that? It's because people tend to gravitate to these topics, right? There's always some kind of thing in every crypto bull market, in every stock market run, that's the talk of the town, right? We saw it being, AMD and Nvidia back in the day with all the GPU stuff. We saw it being proof of stake coins at one point. We saw it being metaverse coins at one point. NFTs. So there's always those topics. The next one is going to be AI. That's going to be a huge one, and each one kind of beats the record of the previous one, right? So we saw crazy gains in metaverse NFT, and now we're probably going to see that happen into AI. But I just want to show you, right? This is the amount of experience that I have in crypto. I did not check this chart. I did not even look at any of these AI coins. I just knew that people were going to be flooding into anything that had to do with AI. And you can see here that if you had got in, right when that whole ChatGPT hype was starting, bubbling, literally in the middle of this bear market, 500% gain, basically. 500% gain in literally a little over a week, 12 days. So, of course, if you're really hunting for this type of stuff, if you're doing the due diligence, you can trade these things and you can probably make a lot of money doing it. But right, that's there's a type of person that can do that. There's a type of person that can't. It's very time consuming. You need to go digging. You need to know what you're doing. But there are those opportunities out there, whether we're in a bull market or a bear market, right? The market is going to move. People are going to trade these things. And this is the result of that, right? But it just goes to show you that what starts as a little bit of media attention can yield 500% in 12 days, right? And this, folks, right here is the absolute baby version of this, okay? This is just scratching the surface of what can happen with these AI coins. We're going to be seeing crazy 10, 20, 30, 50, 100,000% price moves in some of these AI altcoins, very, very soon as we head into the next bull market, and AI is the talk of the town. So like I said, I don't know much fundamentally about this coin, but this is just an example of what happens here. And he also talked about that other coin. Let's go ahead and check it out. Probably saw a very similar price move. I believe the other one is a little bit smaller though, because I never heard of it. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So thank you for that comment, CryptoZay. And we just hit 11 likes on the stream, which is awesome. I'm still waiting for a super chat on today's live stream. If you want to support my hard work, you want to support the daily content creation, and you want to make sure that you keep getting these videos on a daily basis, make sure to support the stream with a super chat. Any amount helps and is greatly appreciated. So let me see if I can find this coin that he was talking about. I'm not finding that other coin. It might be smaller. Let's see here. Why is AVAX not pumping on news Amazon? It did. FBA is mentioning that comment. He's saying, why did AVAX not pump on the Amazon news? Well, first off, it did. I believe it pumped over 20% the day that Amazon news was released, and it's been fully performing here. We actually moved up 100%, and on top of that, we have a slight bearish divergence, but still pretty small compared to some of the other coins out there. And the MACD is actually still holding up quite well. The only thing would be the MACD itself. The histogram itself is downsloping quite a bit. So I don't see this one, tumbling completely lower again, but it could definitely enter a bit of a consolidation here. And I'm actually on the market cap chart here. What am I doing? Let's go to the USD chart. Very similar though. I mean, we have this slight bearish divergence, but the MACD definitely downtrending compared to the price. I'd expect this initially to consolidate, probably above the $17 level. It is possible though that we test one last time this $14 level. I don't really see this coin falling much lower again though. I think this bottom over here of $10 was pretty much the peak bottom for AVAX. And this is one of the coins that I really, really like. I love this network. So, this was a pretty monstrous for a very good, stable project that really had minimal drama. It dropped 92%, which is kind of crazy, but that's what happens in crypto when people panic. And I think that was it. I don't see this going below $10, to be honest. Crypto would have to be very, very weak for that to happen. All AI coins are pumping. DMTR is AI as well. Oh, so that explains why Nas was mentioning DMTR earlier. Like I said, I don't know anything about this coin specifically, but this pump that we're referring to here, the 700% pump, that is also related to the whole AI stuff. Okay, much smaller coin though, but this again, like I said, this is the risk reward, right? I mean, this is a small coin. You have to do your own research, but these things sometimes in the bull markets just go flying to multi-$100 million market caps, and people get rich off these things, right? But it's higher risk, higher reward. Wonder what an AI coin even does. Good comment coming from Frank W. Definitely something to ask yourself, right? Is be careful with these type of coins, right? Just because people slap on a topic that's hyped, like AI or metaverse or NFT, doesn't mean that there's anything behind that coin, right? Usually out of 100 coins or 100 projects, and I'm talking even some of the better projects, not just complete altcoins, in a certain topic, right? So let's say there's 100 medium-sized AI projects. Maybe one or two will have some sort of good idea, good project behind it, good use case for the token. Other than that, they're slapping on a AI title on it, and it's basically one big money grab. That's how I see it. And that happened with Metaverse NFT. I mean, who only knows how many coins a Metaverse NFT have been created? And yes, some of them did survive. Some of them did find good use cases for that, but a lot of them were just, nothingness. VAI is the coin that CryptoZay was talking about. Let's see here. This is a stable coin, or is this the stable coin? Oh, he's talking about this coin right here. Okay, so there's a lot of coins in the crypto. $22 million market cap. Little bit of a better looking chart than the rest here. Actually, full-blown 10x here since its bottom. Interesting coin. I'd have to do more research on it. Very big move since the low, though. This is the type of coin that seems set up to get quite a bit of attention in the bull market. But like I said, right, it's case-by-case basis. Website looks pretty professional as well. There's no telling. You really need to do a lot of research to know what is behind these projects, right? But just on a first glance, the chart looks pretty good, and the project itself, the website, seems pretty professional. So you of course need to do more research than that, but not bad there. Thank you for that that mention of that coin. And let's see here. A lot of comments today. FBA things saying thanks. Yeah, there's always some kind of hype going on, right? And some make sense, some don't, but now with my experience, I would feel comfortable trying to catch some of those coins before the big hype starts flooding in, right? Because we're seeing, like I said, these whatever 10x's, 5x's, 7x's, but when your barber hears about AI coins, he's gonna throw half his bank account at it, like what happened last time. That's kind of unfortunate. No offense to barbers or anything, but it's just to say, when the retail, when the big retail money starts flooding in, they're just throwing money at random stuff and making it pump, and most of the time they get wrecked, but the smart people kind of come away like bandits, right? That's just how these markets act. And make sure to hit that like button already, subscribe if you haven't already, and please support the channel with a super chat if you haven't already. I want to see a super chat here before we end the stream today. I haven't done a super chat in the last 2 live streams, so I would love your support in today's live stream. You're watching the best crypto insights on YouTube. No one goes in as much detail as me. Haven't seen anybody with as much experience or has called as many things right as I have in the past. So if you appreciate that content, please support the channel. You can drop a super chat right near the $sign emoji down in the comment section below. And in the meantime, I want to take a look at how Bitcoin and ETH are acting here. Bitcoin weakening a bit, right? And I think this is simply a consequence of, where is it? Direct consequence of the futures being a bit weak here. So like I said, if we get, a minus 1% day in in crypto, sorry, in stocks tomorrow, 1 to 2%. That's probably going to be seen in Bitcoin as well. And we did get a super chat here. Shane Easy saying love you. Dropped a super chat here in pounds, so probably coming from the UK. Thank you so much, Shane. I haven't seen your comment before. I believe I saw your comment today. Oh, and he asked about LCX, so I missed his comment. So I'm glad he dropped a super chat. Thank you so much for the support, Shane. Thank you for supporting today's live stream. Greatly appreciated. It's people like you that make this possible for the rest of us, for the rest of the viewers. So a big thank you to Shane Easy for supporting today's live stream with a super chat. And let me not forget to go ahead and check out the token that he wanted me to cover here. I missed it in the chat because there were so many chats. So thank you for that super chat, Shane. As per usual, if you want to make sure I see your super chat, you want to get a shout out, you want to make sure I see your comment, super chats are the best way to do it. And I would have missed Shane's comment if it wasn't for that super chat. So thank you so much for that super chat, Shane. And I'll try to mention you in the next live stream as well, because I really like to thank anybody who donates to the stream. So LCX here. This is, let's see. I was gonna say this was a token that there is so many coins. You know, I know so many of these coins off the top of my head, and I've seen this token before, but I need a refresher here. I think I'm mixing up this coin with another one, but regardless, let's go ahead and take a look at the chart here. I don't know this that much fundamentally about this coin. Market cap of right under 100 million. Actually, pretty strong performance. This is reminding me a lot of the Chainlink chart. So what we have here is let us know what this this project is, Shane, if you don't mind. But you can see here that it had a very strong uptrend since it's been launched. And that can be reflected here in the monstrous 160,000% price gain in the last 3 years. Pretty crazy move. Still holding most of those games. And we can see that more recently, right, in January, it bottomed at 3 cents and we're already up to 11 cents. So I don't know what caused that move specifically, but this has really been going up nonstop since then. And we just now are starting to see a little bit more of a stronger pullback. But with that being said, we have a lot of support. We put in this range back here that lasted several weeks, and we could go back as low as this, you know, 5 cents, but we might just go as low as maybe even 8 cents or 7 cents, and you know, maybe this will want to move more. It's hard to say without knowing too much about the fundamentals. As long as this coin stays above 4 cents, I think it should continue to kind of keep up this uptrend that it's been doing. So pretty interesting chart there. And Shane Easy is saying it's the most regulated exchange in Europe, which focuses on the tokenization of assets. Interesting. So now I remember which project this is. I believe it's traded on, yeah, it's traded on Coinbase. Coinbase listed this towards the end of the bull market, and interesting that it's the most regulated exchange in Europe, though, because there's a lot of exchanges that are having trouble with it. So probably quite a few people are moving over to that exchange. I don't know too much about it, but interesting coin, interesting chart. Thank you so much for that comment, Shane, and thank you also for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Constant is saying we didn't start the month well. BTC is gravitating this month 22,160. So yeah, that's what I was saying, right? We're looking at that 22k level for a small pullback, right? That's a very small pullback. It could turn into a little bit of a bigger pullback, 20k or so, or at worst 18k. After that, right, we're not in a pullback anymore. We're back into a bearish mode crash. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but I'll be keeping an eye out for that nonetheless. This 22k level is definitely quite important right now, short-term wise. Let's see here. Actually, that's a pretty long comment from Constantine. He's saying we are in a problem if it falls below 20,000. The next target is 18,440. Very possible in February, then 13,800. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? If we move below 18,000, that's when we're gonna start seeing big fall off chunks of price, right? I mean, we're not gonna do 18k to 15k. We're gonna do 18k to 14k basically, right? And after that, who knows what the state of the market will be, but it's probably going to be pretty ugly if that happens. So we could very quickly fall to from 10K after that if we see this pan out. Which, like I said, for now, as long as we hold above 20K or even 18K, I still think we have a full possibility of hitting that 28K level, but we need to see how this moves. Naz is saying you have a bullish engulf. I think he's answering costed in here. He's saying you have a bullish engulfing candle on BTC on monthly. How is that not good? Let's go ahead and check that out here. Monthly candle for Bitcoin. Go ahead and zoom that in. And yes, he is absolutely right. This is I am so sorry for these messy charts first off, but let's see here. Let me just go and clear one of the previous charts. Yeah, this is a nice clean chart. This is picture perfect pretty much. Engulfing candle. If you don't know about this stuff, guys, please check out my technical analysis master course. I haven't raised the price on this yet because I keep forgetting to, but this price is going to increase, and you can still get it now for less than 20 bucks, 30-day money back guarantee. Everything you need to know about technical analysis, gap fills, engulfing candles, it's all talked about in those videos on the premium course. But this is indeed a full-blown engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candlestick. And if we look on that, I just want to see the weekly, what it's looking like. Yeah, we almost have that on the weekly, three big, this is a bullish pattern actually, the three green days in a row like this. So the candlesticks here on the longer time frames are showing quite a bit of strength here for the shorter term. We'll have to see how that pans out, but indeed, this engulfing candle, that's why I was also heading towards that opinion that I really think we have to see this 25 to 28K level. I just don't see with how this is moving now that we pushed out of 15K. I don't see how we're not going to test that 28K level. Like I said, though, after that, I said we might fall back down again. But until then, I think, yes, we could get a small pullback, right? 20K, 22K, but I think we're going to gravitate towards that 28K price before we see some kind of bigger resistance. And with that being said, I have talked a lot during this live stream, answering all your questions, but thank you so much for all those comments. And thank you to Shane Easy for the super chat today. Any super chats help support the channel. It's greatly appreciated and needed for the daily content creation. So as always, whether we're starting the stream, beginning the stream, ending the stream, during the stream, if you drop a super chat, it greatly helps out the channel. It allows me to keep doing this on a daily basis for all of you. So big thank you to anybody who super chats. And with that being said, I will be wrapping up today's live stream. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for the 14 likes. Thank you for all your comments. We had a really good discussion going on with everybody today, which is what I like to see. And with that being said, I'll be catching you all very soon on the next live stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. See you soon. And thank you again, Shane. See you all soon. Bye-bye.